Hey guys, welcome back to the land of books and movies, and I am coming at you this week with Jaws, the classic creature feature. And before I get into the analysis and review, I want to call shenanigans on one tiny ongoing thing that just continues to really grind my gears. Jaws is the name of the book and the movie, not the shark. The book refers to it only as the fish, and the movie characters never even name it. So, in discussion of movie series or video games, someone points to the shark and says, "Look, there's Jaws." It's a facepalm moment for me. This is just how they titled things in the 70s. Alright, so soapbox over. Starting at the beginning, and unless you have lived under a rock your whole life, you know how the movie opens. Chrissy just wants to go swimming, and so she does. And the rest is history. In the book, she was not at a party, she was at a rented vacation house with a boyfriend, and this rental had some private beach area, and they put some good use to it. And after a few minutes of rolling around and getting sand in all the wrong places, she goes swimming while he is passed out drunk. The book spares no gory detail or the point of view of the shark as it notices her and thinks, "Oh boy, food." And the first bite takes her foot off, actually her leg right about knee level, and is so quick she thinks she might have just caught her foot on something, and so she checks. And instead of finding her foot, she feels the ragged stump of her leg right around the knee, and the small area of warmth that is her blood whooshing out. And the book continues in gory detail as she becomes dizzy and sick to her stomach, as the dawning horror that she is being eaten alive and can't do anything about it sets in. And the book cuts back to the shark crunching her down her leg and going back for the rest of her, giving her a good rough up first, and then crunching her down like popcorn shrimp with the killing bite at about this level. And the book and movie continued with the ongoing debate between Brody and Meadows over whether or not to close the beach, and the movie mentions it. The book goes into detail about how Amity Island's economy is entirely hinged on vacationers, and that the success of the summer vacation months is what carries the locals for the entirety of the year. And there are some details in this explanation that could be considered racist by today's standards. Next, we'll get into the shark attack on Alex Kintner. In the book and the movie, he's out on his raft surrounded by many others, and the shark just happens by and has the same reaction as before. "Oh boy, food." And in the movie, it's hard to discern where the fatal bite happened based on this tangle with a good-sized splash of stage blood. In the book, the shark crunched him down like popcorn shrimp headfirst and ended just below the hips, and his detached legs just spun down to the ocean floor. The book's words. Alright, the movie continues with a straight shot at solving this shark problem. In the book, there is some direction heading off of the shark. There is a dinner party at the Brody home that puts Hooper on Ellen Brody's radar. And Ellen's character is heavily cut down in the movie. And in the book, the Brody marriage is not all that great. And also in the book, Hooper is not the good person he is in the movie. And after said dinner party, Ellen and Hooper sneak away to rough up a hotel bed while Brody was trying to contact him about their game plan against the shark. His suspicion of them both never goes away in the book, and he never finds out either. Now it is game on time. It looks in the movie like this hunt for the shark took just a little over 24 hours. In the book, it took a few days. Also, Quint's efforts to bait the shark could be construed as animal cruelty. He takes some smaller live sharks and he guts them and tosses them back in where the smell of their own blood has them eating their own entrails until A feeding frenzy quickly makes them disappear. He does this a number of times. He also includes a fetal porpoise in his baiting attempts and a sheep carcass. Hooper also gets killed by the shark when going underwater in a cage in the book to try and get the shark on its own turf. It bull charges this cage and crunches him down like popcorn shrimp. Returning back to Quint. In the book, he develops like this Captain Ahab-like obsession with getting the shark. And the last fight with the shark is climactic. He is shooting one harpoon after another, and the shark does not go down without a fight. It launches upward and does a wrestler's body slam onto the boat. And Quint gets tangled into all the cables attached to the harpoons he shot into it. And the shark dies and sinks, taking Quint with him. There is no money shot with an explosion like in the movie. And the movie ends with Quint and Brody heading back to the shore with whatever is left of the boat. The book ends with Brody swimming back to the beach alone, clinging to like this buoy thing hanging off of the back of the boat. And that is all for Jaws. One final thought I have about it is that while I don't want a remake of it because remakes more often than not are garbage, I just wonder if maybe remastering just the shark special effects could capture some missed potential. Feel free to discuss in the comments. Other than that, please consider subscribing if you haven't yet. Smash that like button, check out my sponsor in the description, and I will see you next Book and Movie.